All right, so to demonstrate this thing about that we talked about in number 25, why this difference goes in the exponent of a 10, let's just do 26 and we'll just do it right. So 26 says we've got one earthquake that on the Richter scale is 8.6. And then we've got another earthquake that on the Richter scale is 8.3. Okay, and we want to know about something of one times the other, right? So I might think to myself, okay, if it's an 8.6 on the Richter scale, to get that number, I took log of whatever its amplitude was, right? So like A1 maybe, and then I divided by that reference amplitude. When I did this, I got 8.6 out, right? This other guy, 8.3, that means that when I logged the amplitude of the other earthquake over the reference, I got 8.3, right? Okay, so let me think. All right, it seems like I should subtract these and talk about the difference, right? Mm-hmm. So I take 8.6, I subtract 8.3. On the one hand, right, I know what that is. That's 0.3, right? On the other hand, that's the log of the amplitude of the first earthquake over the reference minus the log of the second earthquake over the reference, right? And then I have a log rule for this, right? Mm-hmm. So I should divide the arguments. So this is the log of
A1 over A2 over, okay.
This really scary fraction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I know how to deal with fractions from chapter 9, maybe?
Kind of.
So when I'm dividing two fractions, like this, what do I do?
Flip.
I leave the top one alone, I take the bottom one, I flip it over and multiply, right? Mm-hmm. So this whole thing I could re-express as the log of A1 over A times A over A2. And then I might notice something. What happens?
Oh, the A's cancel.
The little A's cancel, right? The reference cancels out. So I get log of A1 over A2. Okay, what's A1 over A2?
Is that the fraction thing?
Log A minus. No,
that's
I mean, what does that mean in terms of like physical reality of Earth shaking?
A lot.
What's A1? That's how much things shook for the first earthquake, right? A2's the how much things shook for the second earthquake. So if I make this fraction, this is how much things shook for the first one divided by how much things shook for the second one. That'll tell me how much more powerful this was as a multiplication, right? You guys see that? So I'd like to get at that A1 over A2 number, right? No, R of A1 is 8.6. So right now what I know is that 0.3 was this stuff, right? So if I look at the beginning and the end, I know that 0.3 is log of this thing. I'd like to get that thing by itself, so what should I do to both sides of this?
You're going to want to divide it.
I'm not divide. I want to unlog things, right? So what do I do to unlog?
Divide it by 10. No,
Not log it, but I put it in the exponent of a 10, right?
Okay.
Okay, so I apply the 10 to the stuff function to both sides here. So I get 10 to the 0.3 is A1 divided by A2. You guys see that? So this is why we put that difference, right, in between the Richter scale measurements in the exponent of a 10. Did I? So it seems like I only did the 10 on one side. Did I lie to you guys?
The logs cancel out.
Good, the log and the 10 to the stuff cancel, right? That's why I did it, was to unlog that side. You guys see this? Yeah, so what's 10 to the 0.3?
1,000.
No, that's 10 to the 3.
I got rid of the logs, so 3.3.
I got rid of the log on this side, but I had to put a 10 to the on that side, right?
I don't know how to do
So what did we get? 1.99.
Wait, how did you do that in the calculator?
So to do that in the calculator, I push second,
Okay.
the log button, and then it'll give me a 10 and a caret,
Okay.
and then I put 0.3 in there.
And that will give you 1.9.
And that'll give me something between 1 and 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's approximately this, right?
Oh, but it's approximate.
Which tells me that,
It's approximate.
wait, I was asked a question about earthquakes, right?
Yeah.
How do I answer that?
Well, what's the question?
Should have some words, right? So the,
How many times?
how many times more powerful was the first earthquake than the second? What do I
In the
answer?
Richter
It was
scale.
approximately 1.99.
It was about,
More intense.
1.9. Well, you can say 2.
yeah, I might even say double here, right? Because I'm saying about. I might say it was about twice as intense. Oops. Intense. Okay, see that? Factor of 2. Cool?
Yeah.
All right.